This is AUD/USD on the 15-minute chart, and this is how you can scalp any forex pair with ease. Now, in the previous video, I showed off the number one tool that you should be using for setting stop losses, the pivot point supertrend. And in this video, I'm going to be showing a simple method you can use with pivot point supertrend and two other indicators to get the most out of the markets in a nice, clean, simple way of looking at them. So, and I'm first of all going to start by removing the drawing on charts, just so that we haven't got that line in the way. Now, the way you can use this is you can take your trades when LMI, Momentum Extreme, and Pivot Point Supertrend are all saying the same thing. And then all you have to do is run the trades out as far as they go until either you cross the Pivot Point Supertrend or LMI or Momentum Extreme cross back. So in this case, you can see that the first thing to break was LMI, where it had gone green, and that would have got you out right here near the bottom of the position. So if I show this on a chart, so the first candle we can have entered is right here on the very beginning. Our stop loss realistically should always be where the super trend line is, because that's where we're trail stopping. And we were closing right here on this candle because that's where LMI had gone green. Then we can start considering other trades. In this case, I would refrain from taking these sells, this first sell and then this sell. So this first buy I would refrain from taking because LMI is still long-term bearish because we are under the zero line. You can denote that by the fact that it's incredibly flat topped but still choppy on the bottom. And I would ignore this sell because LMI, although it's long-term bearish, is still short-term bullish. And then when this buy came in over here, you can take it from around this candle because momentum is bullish. You've gone from being short-term bullish to long-term bullish as well on LMI, so you can then consider taking this. You see that currently we would be somewhere around break-even. However, it would be the safest trade to have taken. And again, you can take this buy in through here and it would be perfectly safe to do so. And this sell would have been ignored because our long-term, even though we had got LMI and Momentum Extreme going bearish, because LMI is long-term bullish, we would have ignored it, but we would have then grabbed this nice buy in through here. This sell over here could have been taken and it would have been perfectly fine to do so. It did yield what would have been a small profit or a break even depending on how aggressively you were trailing off. I would have calculated probably a tiny loss, maybe 0.2% if you're taking 1% risk up here. But again, it depends on how aggressively you're taking profit. If you're taking profit at 1-to-1, then you may have taken half off somewhere around here. This buy you wouldn't have wanted to have taken because, again, LMI was long-term bearish during it. This sell up here, however, you would have wanted to have taken, and you could have taken. We wouldn't have even taken because we were still bearish. However, when we started going to long-term bearish, you could have taken off this candle, but your risk-reward would have been very wonky. You can use this method on higher time frames, and I can show you that now. On the daily, you'll find that it yields a slightly nicer result because it's a lot smoother on the daily. I'll run through a few pairs now just so you can see how it looks. You can see that pairs which do have reasonable trends tend to perform very, very okay, especially like NZD CAD, which trends a lot, or something like AUD/NZD, which again also often is trending. You'll find that those pairs you'll be able to clean up very, very easily. Things like Bitcoin will work very well when you're in an aggressive part of a bear market or in a very bullish market. However, other times when you're getting more consolidation like this, you won't find very much room to work with. Pairs like CHF/JPY especially, you'll do very, very well with, owing to the amount of trend that you find. So I hope this method works for you, and I will see you all in the next video. If you like this video, please leave a comment. It's nice to see people working with some of the methods that I've posted, especially seeing some of the nice comments people have been leaving. Thank you, and I will see you all in the next video.